What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andy and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on.
And for today's video guys, I have several quite interesting news. First of all, I will show you how FINRA is trying to hide quite sensitive and important information. On top of that, they want to show that they are working hard in order to fight illegal actions, in order to do this, in order to do that, but in general they do nothing, and we have pure evidence of this. On top of that, guys, I will show you quite interesting update for the solution that was given to us by Susan Trimbath, and it is not basically her idea. We had this solution, but for some reasons we've lost it about 20 years ago, and I will explain you what I'm talking about. On top of that, guys, I will show you how this gibberish even possible in the US stock market, and I will show you even more details related to this issue. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section for whatever reasons you want. And let's start with the news itself. I want to pay attention first of all to RareDD's tweets, and I want to show you this tweet that he published just 5 hours ago. He wrote, "Did you know all investigations at FINRA result in disciplinary actions? Take MMTLP for example. Jessica Hopper and the rest of FINRA enforcement likely spent the weeks following the U3 halt of MMTLP conducting an investigation. The result? Jessica Hopper decided her 18 years at FINRA officially came to an end. We are supposed to believe that the matter alerted multiple departments, Sam Dreddy blue-sheeted MMAT and MMTLP, but FINRA enforcement had nothing to say in terms of disciplinary action. How about a share count? And guys, don't you think it is not a coincidence when this type of people occasionally step down from their post and basically decide to retire? I don't think so. On top of that, guys, take a look right here. So 6 hours ago, RareDD wrote, quotes from Michael, Senior Attorney Department of Enforcement, FINRA. Here's the direct speech. I investigate and prosecute white-collar crime, which may include Ponzi schemes, market manipulation, customer theft of funds, and the list goes on. There are a number of ways to approach the investigations that we do. You have to be a creative thinker. You have to be able to develop an investigative plan from a case file that you've received. You have to be able to identify where the best place to find evidence is, whether that's customer interviews, bullshit data, etc., and then execute that plan. Michael, are you Michael Dorfman Gonzalez? Are investigations different when FINRA employees are the subject of the investigation? Were any MMTLP customers interviewed? James Angel doesn't count. What did you guys find in the blue sheets for MMAT and MMTLP? And guys, these questions are extremely important for us, and definitely if someone answers to these questions and if someone will tell us what is the share count, the entire saga will be solved within a blink of an eye. On the one hand, if there is no imbalance on the share count of MMTLP, this means we will go home. Otherwise, if something is wrong, in this case, the total immunity of authorities should be cancelled. And this is the extremely important part. So, let me show you another quite interesting tweet from RareDD, where he basically shows us that FINRA has nothing to say in regards to their main activity. And let me quote you this tweet. The way FINRA can repeatedly repost things gives the impression that they are short on things to say. That or they like to troll the investing public. They've posted the same post about what is short interest at least 6 times since the first post in 2021, highlighted in orange. The latest post is highlighted in red, and he added all of the screenshots of these posts. So, why point this out? Because FINRA has never posted about their revamped corporate action management platform. Other industry sources made articles about it in May 2023, 5 months after FINRA sabotaged the MMTLP corporate actions, and then U3 halted trading. FINRA even discussed it on their website, but they never posted about it, even when it went into effect in November of 2023. It's also strange that Pete Sessions believes Meta messed up with corporate actions. If this were so, why didn't FINRA say so in their FAQs? When will the SEC acknowledge that FINRA acted outside of their authority when they forced Metamaterials to accept the changes that FINRA made? And guys, again, very legitimate and important questions that might give us some kind of relief in our case, and I think it might be a breakthrough if FINRA answers these questions. On top of that, guys, I want to pay attention to this tweet that was published by Junk Savvy, and she refers to the tweet that was made by Peruvian Bull, and Peruvian Bull made a live stream with Susan Trimbath. And guys, I highly suggest you to watch this video, and you can find it even on YouTube, and let me show you just a sneak peek of it.
And yet here we are today, and people are still asking, what do you think about naked short selling? Well, I think failures to deliver are the root of your problem. Why short when you can fail to deliver? Why even bother to call myself a market maker, fill out some forms, do some paperwork, do some tracking, make some more reporting, when all I have to do is just not show up on settlement day? And that's kind of tolerated. They kind of look the other way for it. Like, it's all right. Yeah, it's not supposed to be all right. And I and everyone around the table, the first thing we all agreed on was no short selling. Can't be done. Because there are so many rules behind that have to be enforced that it's just it's virtually impossible to do it from scratch. You got to get a lot of other things right first, and then you can add on something like that.
So guys, as you can see, even a sneak peek of this interview is very interesting and quite inspiring. Because, to be honest, why short if you can fail to deliver? And the solution of these fail to deliver shares is following. Susan Trimbath wrote about this on August 15, just yesterday, and I covered it in my yesterday's video. She wrote, one example of how mandatory buy-ins can work to end failures to deliver. This from Singapore. And here is the screenshot of how their system works, and it is, you can see right here, even the penalties for these actions. But guys, we have even more information. Susan Trimbath reposted her own tweet that was written on September the 8th of 2023. And I want to first of all pay your attention to this tweet on August 14. Mandatory buy-ins. Had them, lost them in 2005. Evidence, SEC approves self-regulatory organization rule changes without reading them. And she added this tweet, as I already mentioned, on last year, on September the 8th, and she wrote, New York Stock Exchange ended mandatory buy-ins in 2005. Here is the number of this rule, and SEC approval based on misunderstanding that it moved mandatory buy-ins to seller when buyer requests. Instead, 1. Word mandatory is deleted in proposal. 2. SEC approves without change a rule for mandatory buy-ins. And guys, how it is even possible that the main tool how SEC and FINRA can protect all investors, not only retail investors, but all investors, and not only them, but the companies who might be shorted to oblivion. Why in the world they basically removed just a couple of words and accept the new rule that basically allows the wrongdoers to perform their illegal actions? In my opinion, it is a pure crime, and this crime should also be investigated. So, and you might wonder, why in the world it is happening on the US stock market? And let me show you one of the reasons, one of the potential reasons how it might work. So, Kiwi Quantitative wrote this. This is getting ridiculous. We just got another politician violating the Stock Act. This time it's Rep. Greg Landsman. He is now the 10th member of Congress who we have caught in the last month. Here is my theory for why there have been so many violations this month. Last month, a bill was advanced that would increase penalties for Stock Act violations. It seems like politicians are disclosing all their overdue trades now to avoid those penalties. But if that's the case, doesn't that mean that they have been aware they had this late in disclosed trades and have just been waiting for a good time to disclose them? What would be an intentional violation of anti-insider trading laws? It should be investigated by the House Ethics Committee, but several of that committee's members have violated the Stock Act themselves. What a mess. And guys, I don't want to say that these people, let me show you another tweet of Clear Quantitative, with this set of screenshots of the Congress members who violated this act. I don't want to say that these people are guilty in MMTLP case, but guys, these people are the part of this huge scheme of, I would say, not the illegal actions, but the actions that were performed in a gray area of US stock market. And as long as they have an ability to act like this, we will not have any changes. Otherwise, if some Congress members, and we know that at least several of them want to want to ban all the trades of Congress members on the US stock market. If this happens, guys, it will be a huge breakthrough, and it will be another potential solution for the entire stock market to be more transparent and to be safer for retail investors. And on top of that, I want to show you how we still have to act in order to push our case forward. First of all, let me remind you that we still have the letter that was signed by 74 Congress members, and Kostas wrote this tweet just yesterday, and he said, "Does anyone have an next profile list of all 100 reps who signed the MMTLP looking for transparency from SEC and Gary Gensler letters? I don't know about you, but after 20 months, every ex post they post needs a what's the MMTLP audited share count response. Even the Kamala Harris speech crowds are joining in." And guys, definitely we have to address not to Pete Sessions and Ralph Norman, unfortunately, who stepped down from our case because they allegedly were satisfied with the SEC answer that John Burda, George Polyvers, and MMAT were fined because of the pump and dump scheme that happened back in the days. But guys, I don't think that all of the Congress members who signed this letter agree with them. That is why we have to contact them in order to push our case forward through this path. On top of that, guys, let me show you this tweet that was reposted, that was written by Busy Brands. So he wrote, "Let's not forget that Donald Trump chose J.D. Vance as his VP pick, which along with Mike Crop signed their own letter requesting that SEC examine events surrounding the trading halt of MMTLP." And guys, this is this letter, as you can see, and it was signed by J.D. Vance. And this means if and when, I think when Donald Trump becomes US president, next US president, it will be a huge win, first of all. But secondly, we might have another chance to push our case forward through J.D. Vance and through Devin Nunes, because we also have the TMTG case on the table right now, and part of this case is our letter that was signed by 74 members of Congress. So I think we have a lot of news for today's video, and definitely not all of them are so positive, but we have to know everything. And in this case, we will know how to act properly and how to push our case forward. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you.